This is a lesson on the Andantino in G major by Ferdinando Carulli. This is a very popular piece and a very good one for beginners. Something in between perhaps working through the Carcassi method pieces and some early exercises, and maybe something in between that and soar etudes, which I think in a lot of cases are really quite difficult for beginner level guitarists. So this is a really nice piece. You really want to follow the fingerings very carefully, the right hand fingerings, and just really try to phrase in 2-bar phrases. So for example, measures 1 to 2. You really want to crescendo, start softly in the downbeat of measure 1 and crescendo to the downbeat of measure 2. And then from measure 2, the finish, finish that first beat amount of music with a nice decrescendo. And then you can do the same thing with the pickups leading into downbeat of measure 3, going through measure 4. Same type of arc phrase. So rather than making this note, the second beat of measure 4, the loudest, you would really want to play crescendo towards the downbeat of measure 4 and then decrescendo from there down to measure 4 beat 2. Things like that. And a little bit of a challenge here in measure 7. My challenge to you here is something of a more advanced technique. You can play the top line like this with either a planted stroke in the right hand. So plant A, plant M, play M, plant M, play M, plant M, play M. And what that does is it puts a rest in between, a 16th rest in between each of the stem up line notes. But for a more advanced sound, a more legato sound in that top line, since of course, we assume that you would want to play legato on the bass line, right? If these notes were together, it would be easy to make both of those lines together, both of those lines legato together. But since they're staggered a bit and they alternate, it requires a little bit of a spidery kind of walking of the left hand where you don't lift, you don't place the D on the second string with your fourth finger until the exact moment that you play it. And you keep the right hand very legato. So free sweep strokes, unplanted strokes. So that's the key to that. Now play the D. And then you hold the D over the open A bass, the open 5th string A bass. So you sustain the D there, sustain the D, and then play the C, and so on and so forth. This will result in both of the lines being legato, even though they are staggered with one note alternating between one bass note, one treble, bass, treble, alternating. Okay, good. And then you can do the same thing. Of course, there's an additional challenges in that same kind of texture with measures 10 and measures 12. So enjoy this very lovely piece, the Andantino in G major by Ferdinando Carulli.